Hello, my name is Hugh Bullen. I'm here at Porsche Center Calgary, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about this 2019 Porsche Cayenne Turbo. This is the first of the 2019 Cayenne Turbos that we have in inventory for sale. We've had a couple come through already that were factory orders, but this one here is available and hopefully should be in the showroom by the end of the day today. Now the color is Quartzite Gray. This is a new color for the 2019 Cayennes. I'm a big fan of this color, and I actually think it looks really, really good with the RS Spider wheel here. It has that nice grayness to it, which throughout the whole car sort of stands out. Now, this car has a 4-litre V8 with 551 horsepower. As it has Sport Chrono, you can do, I guess, a performance start or a launch control, some people call it, and you can do 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.9 seconds, which is ridiculous for a vehicle that is this big and heavy, so quite something. Now, interior, full black leather. Looks absolutely amazing with the grey exterior. We have the Premium Package Plus. First thing you'll notice on the front here are the Matrix LED headlights. So, latest technology of headlight. There's 84 LED bulbs on either side, so it's your non-dazzling permanent high beam. I can explain that more in person if you come down. A couple more things in that package. Keyless entry, so put my hand around the door handle here, I can enter the vehicle. Lane change assist, basically your blind spot monitoring. You're going to have heated front and rear seats, and then you're going to have cooled front seats. You also have a Bose sound system, a panoramic sunroof, and then ambient lighting. The ambient lighting is really lovely. I think in this car it would look good with kind of a white or an orange color. There are, I think, 8 different colors, but they're the ones I think look really good with the theme that you have going on in the car here. And then you also have automatic dimming mirrors. So the side mirrors, rear view mirror, they will dim to kind of a dark blue if somebody's behind you with the high beams on, which is pretty darn cool. Now, one of my favorite things on the front of this car, and really all around, is the sport design package. So you'll notice at the front of the car, it's just a little bit beefier. It's painted lower down, and then you're going to be painted down here on the side skirts, and then at the back, it is painted a little bit lower. It just gives the car perhaps an appearance that it's lower to the ground, but it's just more of an aggressive look, and a lot of people really like this, and I think it looks fantastic on the Cayenne Turbo. The glass is thermally and noise insulating glass with privacy glass. So the back here, they are tinted. Front windows, of course, aren't tinted in Canada. You're not allowed to do that. But it will keep the heat out in the summer, and or just make it a lot quieter, which if you're maybe have little ones in the back or you're doing long road trips, it's not going to be really loud in there, which is nice. Not that any of the cars are loud, but makes it quieter, I guess, than the other ones. It does have a trailer hitch on the back. You can top to 7,700 pounds with that, and with the air suspension on this car, it will self-level, so something that's very cool, certainly if you're towing a boat out to one of the lakes nearby or something like that. The roof rails are black, and then that gives you the black surround here. I think throughout the whole car, the black and grey theme we have going really ties in. I actually think the car looks kind of naked without the roof rails on it, so in addition, I actually like all of our cars to have personally, but I think on this it looks really, really good. Couple more performance features we added. Rear axle steering. So with that, at lower speeds, your rear wheels will turn the opposite way as the front wheels. In a sense, it gives it a shorter turning circle. Then when you change lanes, for example, at a faster speed, they will actually turn at the same direction. Now it's kind of 1 or 2 degrees on the back wheels. It's not. They turn the same, but pretty darn cool, and just makes the car a lot more nimble and easier to drive. The next performance feature was the Sport Chrono package that I mentioned. With that, you can do the launch controls and do 0 to 100 in 3.9 seconds. But you have that wonderful mode dial on the steering wheel, and you can have different settings: your Sport, Sport Plus, Individual, and then of course regular. But the really cool thing about this is you have the Sport Response button. So with that, you press the button and you get 20 seconds of maximum power. It's going to shift down a couple of gears. Great for overtaking, maybe an on-ramp, something like that, if you just need to get past someone. But no doubt there's plenty of power behind this car. It does have a 21-inch RS Spider wheel, as I mentioned at the beginning. And I just think it ties in, as I said, with the grey. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. The tyre is an all-season tyre. So with that, it's going to be good for the shoulder seasons. I do recommend putting a winter tyre on this vehicle. The smallest rim size that you can go, though, is 21 inches, and that's because we have the Porsche surface coated brakes. brand new braking system from Porsche. I can explain that in person if you come down, but the brake calipers are just so big in there that you can't put a smaller rim on there. It's actually the same brake caliper from our ceramic brakes, which is pretty darn cool. The windshield is heated, so in the winter we've got some cold weather now. You press a button to defrost the front and the glass actually heats up. So instead of sitting there having to wait, for your air to blow through, the glass heats up and then it defrosts. Give it a wipe with the windshield wipers, away you go. I think it's very, very cool. There is an ionizer for removing any pollutants in the cabin, so if maybe you have allergies, things like that, the quality of the air is going to be much better on the inside. A nice thing for the highway, adaptive cruise. I'm sure you know how that works. That is, it will slow you down. If a car pulls out in front of you, you can set a certain number of car lengths, move out of the way, you'll then speed up. Something that's brand new for the Cayenne this year, you can get it on the Panamera GTS now, but brand new for the Cayenne, is the heads-up display. You can have a lot of information projected onto the glass there, speed, compass, things like that. Something that I think is very nice to have, especially if you are driving from here to Banff, let's say, or here to Edmonton, or something like that. The door sills are brushed aluminium and they are illuminated. So that means that when you open the door, it lights up and it says Cayenne Turbo. And the interior trim is the brushed aluminium too. So that ties in with the entire car, the sort of the grey-black theme. And I think that touch, when you open your car door, that it says the model designation, Cayenne Turbo, just kind of reminds you of what a wonderful car you're getting into. And then finally, my favorite thing on this car is the sports exhaust system with the tailpipes in black. It just gives the car that extra growl, that extra kind of thud as you're slowing down. I do recommend coming in and hearing it. I think it's an amazing addition, especially for this V8, which already sounds so good. Price of the car, $173,376.25 plus GST. Come down and see it. I can show it to you in person. It will be in the showroom as of today. And give us a like and subscribe. See you soon.